My name is Rachel Wiebe, and I am an assistant coach with the University of Alberta Golden Bears, and I'm going into my second season with them. I used to play. I played for 14 years, and in I believe it was my first year midget AAA year, I played on the female team in Grand Prairie, and I'd gotten prior to that, all my playing career, I'd gotten probably like 6 concussions. Then that last one was the be all end all, unfortunately, and still wanted to be a part of the game because that's tough. It's a big part of who you are. I didn't want to lose that, so got into coaching. I started coaching in Grand Prairie, just on a women's team there, midget female A. And then once I transferred to the University of Alberta for school, I started coaching with the Pandas and then the Bears. So because I'd always wanted to play for the Pandas, like since I could skate, since my parents put me on skates, I'd always wanted to play for them. So once I realized I wasn't able to be on the team as a player, I still wanted to achieve that goal in some capacity. So I thought, coaching is an option for that. I'd like to, like I said, to try and achieve that in some capacity. So I reached out to head coach Howie Draper. I'd done all the Pandas camps throughout the summer as a player. And I reached out and I said, hey, I've got a little bit of coaching experience. Can I even just fill water bottles on the team? I want to be a part of this. I want to achieve this goal. And I gave him a rundown of my previous playing and coaching experience. And he actually took me on as an assistant coach with them in the 2019-2020 season. And then following that, we're in the rink, we run into the Bears coaching staff all the time. So I developed really good relationships with them too. And then unfortunately COVID year happened. So no season, nothing there. But then last summer, head coach Ian Herbers with the Bears gave me a phone call and he said, hey, I'd really like you on the team as an assistant coach. Are you interested? I said, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. So wanted to make sure it was good with the guys first. Before I said yes, but I said, please chat with them first, make sure they're comfortable with the women coming on, because I know this is unfortunately less common, and I'm hoping it'll be more and more common. But I wanted to make sure that they are comfortable first and foremost, because me being there, if they're not comfortable, then I'm not going to serve any beneficial purpose for them, right?
Well, I guess maybe I did poach her from the Pandas. Me and Howie share office, or not share offices, but share bathrooms. So we're connected, our offices. And Rachel, I don't know, once a week, maybe for sure every other week, would pop her head in, come say hi. At that time, we practiced one after the other. So we had a chance to talk, and she always came in with a ton of energy, very positive, very passionate about the game, and very passionate about the Bears program. So we just had great conversations over that year. Had a chance to talk hockey, school, know her father, obviously, played with, talk about family and everything else. And just the relationship hit. In the summertime, we were looking I wanted to add one more person. And I thought of Rachel right away just because of the passion she had. So we had a good discussion, see if it was a fit. We were both very interested. Maybe a little uncomfortable at first figuring out if it'd be the right fit for a female coming into our program, because it's never been done. But I know what such a great group of guys we had with the Bears and the leadership we had on the ice and in the dressing room, that it wouldn't be an issue. Talked to them quickly. They were excited about the situation. Talked to Rachel again. She was excited again. And she came out and has been a part of our team now going on the second season. So the passion she has for hockey, but passion she also has for the program. So I have a lot of time for young coaches like that want to keep getting better, keep improving their game, and keep giving back to the community.
Honestly, it's been phenomenal, because the bulk of my playing career was on men's teams too. I played for 14 years, and 11 of them were on guys teams or co-ed teams. Often small town Alberta, where I was the only female or one of the 2 or 3 females on the team. So I'm pretty used to that. And that's an environment where I'm comfortable in and can thrive in too. So it's been great. With the coaching staff has been really supportive. The players are really receptive to feedback. They're very respectful too. I honestly couldn't. People always ask how the year's gone and what it's been like, kind of, and if there's any challenges really with it. And honestly, I don't think it could have been better, other than winning a national championship. But other than that, it was phenomenal. Yeah, it was a great first year. I think either way, whether you're on men's or women's, both are, especially at the U sport level, they're high intensity. You have to be very prepared. You're dealing with very elite level athletes, and that preparedness comes no matter what gender you're working with. And as for the philosophy itself, you're always fine tuning that. So even now, like some of the guys that have been coaching for 30, 40 years, you're always picking up new things and you're always kind of fine tweaking it a little bit just to make it a well-oiled machine.
Different voice, a different perspective on the game. Most of the players on our team have come through the Western Hockey League, which is great. The package they offer and the education package they have, so it's been fantastic. So I'm always looking for something that's different than I am. No point bringing in coaches that have the same exact thoughts that I do, that do the same way I do. I don't get better that way. Our team doesn't. Our program doesn't get better. So I'm always looking for somebody that sees the game differently. So in those conversations we had during that season, those short, sometimes longer conversations, I liked the way she thought the game, what she saw, development-wise, and figured it'd be a good fit for our guys in a different voice. Something that also puts our guys out of their comfort zone. I don't think many of them had a female coach, so it's something different for them. So I'm always looking for ways to challenge our players and our team to keep improving and keep getting better. And she's done that for us.
It's great. Obviously, having had the opportunity to play and then get into coaching and have it was a short career, but an opportunity at a semi-professional league. Learned a lot about the game, and really my knowledge of the game would come from the Golden Bear program. So having see her have that opportunity with that tradition and that history is, you can't say enough about it, right? It's a great opportunity for her to see some of the things that I went through, to understand that tradition and that culture. And again, hopefully down the road have the opportunity to share that with other coaches and players and develop her own style and grow her game as well. So definitely a proud dad for sure, for her to get that opportunity.
It's been great, honestly. This is such an ideal situation. It's funny being here because I'm busy with my group and he's busy with his. So it's Wednesday today, and it was the first time I properly sat down with him. And we're midweek already. Like I haven't really seen him, but outside of HP1, all the time I was just telling him about the drill sheets and stuff. Like it's great to run ideas, bounce ideas off of each other too, because it's not just me going to him and asking for advice. That now he comes to me and says, hey, what do you think of spinning this way, or what do you think about this breakout system here? How do you run the bench this way? Because his experiences, he's like tons, but they're different from mine too. So and that's just like the great thing about HP1 is you can network and you can get to everyone knows the game and loves hockey, but the way you experience it is different for each person, and there's so much you can take away from it.
Well, I coached her in minor hockey, so I would think that she knows some of my antics and maybe some of my bad habits. Hopefully not too many of them, but more importantly, all the good ones, right? So I don't know if we have similar styles. Again, she's really just starting to develop hers to be better, and I mean that takes time. It's just like I say with the other coaches here, it takes time to develop your coaching style, and whatever that style is, everybody's is going to be different. Obviously, I'm going to have a little bit of influence on that.
I'd say we definitely be like, because I grew up with a lot of his coaching philosophy, and being a Bears alumni too. Like he worked very closely with Claire Drake. So growing up, when my dad would be driving me to the rinks, a lot of what he instilled in me was the Bears philosophy, Claire Drake philosophy, and his own too that he's kind of built up. So there's definitely an overlap there. But the nice thing is, like, I am on my own with it, and I can pick and choose what I would like. And everybody always says coaches are the biggest thieves, because you take what you want. And in the HP1 modules too, they're talking about finding like little nuggets of information and taking that for yourself. It's not about embodying and encompassing everything that you're learning, but finding what works for you and then putting that into play in your program. So I'd say like there's some overlap, but yeah, it's nice to kind of go off and be on my own too. The impact that you can have, and I've seen firsthand, on and off the ice, you help somebody build a skill and build their confidence, and then they go out and execute it in a game, and just the way that they feel, like you can see that they are so proud of themselves with that, and that makes me feel good too, that I was able to help instill that confidence in them. And then off the ice too, if you want to have a successful team, you need to invest in the person as well as the athlete. And that's so important too. So you want to be able to build good people off the ice and good players on the ice.